Yeah, welcome to the first edition of Share Knowledge SK. My name is Sikiru Balakale, also known as SK. Today we'll be talking about. I would like to talk about some common used abbreviation that we normally hear, particularly as regards to the oil and gas industry, but we seemingly could not tell the difference between them. So there are about four of them which we'll be looking at here. The first one is NG, natural gas. The second is LNG, liquefied natural gas. The third is NGLs, which is natural gas liquids. And the fourth is LPG, which is liquefied petroleum gas. Now, there are 4 or 5 categories of distinction that I want us to look at. The first is the main component. The second is the primary source. The third is the core purpose or use. And then the fourth is like the transport method. So basically, we'll look at those 4 issues. So I'll start with the natural gas. Natural gas is basically raw gas from the ground. It contains about between 70 to 90% of methane, and it depends on the constituent and some other major impurities like other major byproducts like butane, propane, ethane, and even pentanes sometimes. Now, LNG is the same as natural gas, but it is frozen. It is at, you get it at cryogenic temperatures, like around negative 162 degrees Celsius, and it has turned into a liquid in that state. So, you take it to that cryogenic temperature so that you can easily, transport them in long distance, transport them across ocean via some certain cryogenic tankers, ships, or sometimes you gasify them you gasify them at import terminals back to the gaseous natural gas state for pipeline distribution. Now we'll go to NGLs. NGLs are basically byproduct of natural gas, right? Byproducts in the sense that we say the main product, the major product of natural gas are methane, but there are some byproducts like ethane, propane, butane, and pentanes. NGLs is not a single product. It's a combination of different types of different byproducts of natural gas that I've stated. So they are like extracted from raw natural gas. They are liquid at surface temperature and pressure, unlike methane, which is the major constituent of natural gas. So they are usually separated from natural gas at gas processing plants, they are transported as liquid via pipeline, and their main uses for, petrochemical plants. You can use them for gasoline blending and the likes. The main use of natural gas, which I obviously omitted earlier on, is usually in home heatings, in electricity generations, in industrial processes, and vehicle. That's what in Nigeria today we have this concept of compressed natural gas. So from natural gas to. So finally, the last one, which is the LPG, which is the liquefied petroleum gas. It's like it's a specific product. Primarily like a mixture of propane and butane, and it can, it is mostly propane, sometimes mostly butane, but it could be a blend sometimes, and it's always liquid at moderate pressure and temperature. It's usually sort of like vaporize back to gas when pressure is released, when you release their pressure. So that's why they are always bottled. That's what we call your bottled propane. That's your bottled propane or butane. That's your liquefied petroleum gas. The major method of transport is through cylinders and tanks. Sometimes trucks, sometimes ships. So their main use is when you're cooking butane, your butane gas cooker at home. So the major constituent is butane. So it's usually the LPG. We got it from the LPG, So thank you very much. And we'll meet next time on another edition of Share Knowledge. Thank you. Bye.